All right, here we are. Another week around the trash fire. Your host, Mathias, along with the boy.
John,
Are you ready for today?
I'm ready for today. Lots to talk about, lots of news.
There is a lot of news to talk about today. Not just Warhammer.
Yes, not just Warhammer, but first Warhammer.
First Warhammer. The stuff that I know the most of. So, let's just jump right into it. Starting with the good old Sunday preview, shall we?
Yes.
So, we're getting a lot of stuff here. Age of Sigmar, General Handbook. Season 1. So, guess they're going the 40k route here.
What do you mean?
Seasons. They're gonna do
Oh, seasons?
seasons.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's interesting how this is the first one they're announcing season one. So is season two going to be this year? I kind of forgot if they're going to do multi. I think it's still once a year. So
I don't think so because it says 22, 23 at the bottom.
yeah,
So
there you go.
I'm sure this is gonna last till like maybe January, February at the most.
Right.
But we'll see. We'll see if they're gonna do two. If they're gonna do every 6 months like Warhammer. But there we go. We got that. That's coming out. Sylvaneth Battle Tome coming
Yep.
out.
Here we go.
About
Sylvan
time.
Nectar in AOS.
And we got their new units. I forgot what they're called. Gossamid archers. Got them coming out. We got the cool bugs. This is one. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably pick one of these up.
Oh, the buggy. Though those are pretty cool, and they're elves.
Yeah, what I want to do is I want to get that like multi color changing paint. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the color shift. Yeah,
Yeah, I want to put it on these bugs because I
that
think
would be
that would
kind of
be.
cool.
I think that would look really nice on them.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Little June bug kind of deal. But I'd probably pick up one of these. That's coming out. Battle Tome for Skaven coming out. They didn't get any new units, and then we got a bunch of roll war scroll cards for Daughters of Cain and Sylvaneth and Skaven. Which these are just what the units, right?
Yeah, they're just data cards plus some tokens.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So if you don't want to lug around the book of your units, I guess this is another way
Yep.
to keep everything, keep track of everything. Which, thinking about it, it's not that bad of an idea. Though,
Yeah. Um. Although you still need your battle tome if you want the relics and all that. So this is kind of interesting. I guess if you don't want to flip through the book and you just want to lay the units out on the table, that makes sense.
yeah, well, I have a friend. I mean, he doesn't use cards, but what he basically does is he just takes the pages that he uses and just makes a copy of them, and then makes a little binder of it, and just uses that, so he doesn't have to lug around a big book. It's an easier way to do it. Plus, he can color in it and make edits as he needs to with
Right.
each update.
Makes sense.
But yeah, interesting thing to have here. Though AOS is more known to be doing this than like 40k.
Yeah. I think because an AOS has the benefit of there's no war gear. So your data card will have all the weapons available to a unit. It's not like 40k where sometimes we'll have the weapons, sometimes you could take weapons that aren't on the data sheet, which makes it more unwieldy.
Right.
It makes sense for AOS because it's just the unit and everything, all its weapons in one one page, which you could put it in a card.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, indeed. And I think you hit it on the head with that war gear stuff. It's all just generic dudes, all hitting on the same, all
Yep,
wounding on the same.
yep.
Moving
But
on, we got the dice. Sylvaneth looks terrible. Skaven looks passable, but not good either.
yeah, these are very these are way too generic.
Should
I like
have.
the. I mean, I keep saying this, but I like the if the dice itself has some kind of interesting color design, not just a blank, a single color. But
They
that's
could
that's
have
my
done something more with Skaven. I mean, they could have gone the. I mean, I'm not familiar with the new lore, but they could have gone something with like the warp stone color effect around them.
yeah, that would have been cool.
Make it marbly a little, with some super lime green highlights in there. Could have worked, but as is tradition so far, the dice not too impressive,
Hmm.
and that'll be $40 now. Is that what it is?
I'm not sure what the dice price is. I think it's like a 35 to 40.
I know it was 35, but I couldn't remember if they upped the prices when they did the price update.
Yeah,
Either way, expensive dice.
expensive dice.
Let's see, we got a they're calling this a Vanguard, which is
Yeah, they're
basically the
combat
combat
patrol.
patrol box
Yep.
for Daughters of Cain. Uh Looks okay, I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
Doomfire Warlocks are always good, though you need a bigger unit to be more effective. Uh, Witches, I can't really comment on because I like to just run snakes in my army. So I'd say it's not a bad deal. I think it'll be okay. I
I
don't know how
mean
much this is, but
it's gonna be 140.
140. So 50, 50, 50, 30, 30 for the character.
Yeah, that's always a deal.
So
You
180.
usually
So you're saving $40.
yeah, you're saving a character or a unit. Yeah,
Yeah, you basically get the character for free out of this box. But there we go. We got that. The Skaven Vanguard. This one I can't comment on because I don't really know how good any of this stuff is.
I mean, I've said this before, but I think judging a combat patrol or vanguard by the rules isn't very. It's hard to say because these things like the Space Marine ones are a good example. Like
The Phobos.
yeah, like or any of them because like the Dark Angel one, right? That was praised for being good when it launched, and now it sucks because all those units are terrible in the competitive scene. So
Well, I can
it's hard
always
to say.
point to Thousand Suns. That one's terrible.
Right, right, but who knows? Like they could be good at one point. The death, what is it called? The not the death card one, the Chaos Marine one. That's going to be really good when the new rules come out. A lot of people are saying before it was kind of bad, but now with the new possess coming in, like that could be a really good one.
Mhm.
So it's just hard to say because these like for Skaven, I don't know their new books coming out. These guys could be great. They could not be great, and they could change in the next rules update. So the rules, it's I think it's related to how just Warhammer Games Workshop rules for 40K and AOS, they just fluctuate so much that it's hard to judge a combat patrol. It's not fair to judge a combat patrol like, oh, this is a good one because these units are good. Well, they could be terrible in 6 months competitively.
Yeah, well, I
So,
mean, when I say I don't know, it's just because I don't play AOS enough,
no,
especially Skaven. So,
I mean, right, but I'm saying that. I mean, I know what's good in Skaven right now, and clan rats are good in Skaven right now. Oh, sorry, clan rats are not good. So storm vermin are good. But I don't think it matters because the new book can make clan rats OP, or the General's Handbook next year can make clan rats OP, right?
right.
So I don't want to say that this box sucks because of clan rats are terrible because they could be good in a year.
Are these clan? These are not clan rat.
These are clan rats, yeah.
Oh, they are.
Storm fiends are pretty good, but again, they could suck in a year. So
I guess Vermintide
um,
is painting my perception of what a clan rat looks like.
yeah, we have a hairless or hairy rats. Yeah, I because I used to when I played in stores a lot, I used to look at combat patrols like, oh, what's OP? We know what not OP, like what's good, but eventually it's like, well, this isn't like I would look back and like, wow, this used to be really good and now it sucks. Or like, oh, this used to be terrible, now it's really good. Same for Yeah, same for 40K. I look at the space like if I go to the store right now, I look at start collecting the yeah the combat patrols. You know, the
Hmm.
Blood Angel one, not the Blood Angel one, the Dark Angel one. This one sucks because Inceptors are terrible right now. Intercessors are terrible right now. The the Dark Eldar one, like I don't know how good Ravagers are right now. I don't know how good Cabalites are right now. Incubi apparently still good, so
Incubi are so good. Ravagers are they're they're still pretty good. Not what you would normally take, but you can still fit a Ravager in. It's right now. I'm out of touch on Dark Eldar because I've been focusing on Craft World and Thousand Suns, but
right.
right now it's Covens. Covens are the big thing for Dark
Yeah.
Eldar.
So I think for me, I judge a combat patrol or vanguard based on the variety of units and ease of hobby.
Hmm.
So I don't like having really complex big kits in combat patrols because it's just it's too many bits. Or sorry, I can't like a big kit like there's a monster in there that like the high elf cow creature. I want to put that on a combat patrol. That's too much, I think. But their spearmen are great because they're solid. They're a core unit. They're easy to hobby with. Clan rats, good choice. Put 20 of them in there. Stormvermin as well. High wound count. Bracier is usually a very iconic Skaven character. So this one's I would say is pretty good.
Pretty good.
Looking at the models and how like working on this as a new player or expanding to your army. This is pretty solid.
I'll take your word on that.
Yeah.
Moving on, we got Night Haunt. Night Haunt I can comment on. I know Night Haunt.
Yeah.
20 rasps, chain rasps. Uh, I haven't looked. The Night Haunt book's out right now, right?
Yeah, the new book's out. Yeah.
Okay, so I have not looked at the new book. I will specify that I have not looked at any AOS book for 2.0, but a unit of 20 has always been pretty solid. A nice tar pit unit, especially when you bring them back with the lantern. That's always nice. The Reapers were always very underwhelming. Had a lot of attacks, but just could never output the damage with them. And Spirit Host, can't comment on. Never used them. Never liked them. And then of course you got the Night Shroud, which a solid HQ choice. But overall, yeah, this is if I compare it to the Skaven box, I mean, be the same thing. This is a good starting off box. You got a
Right.
little bit of everything. Now Chain Rast in what are they called? Reapers? I don't remember what the Reapers are called. Are they good? I hope so. Obviously, with Night Haunt, you need to combo a lot of your HQ units with your chaff units to make them good. At least in the previous edition. I don't know how they will be in this, but I assume they're still working kind of the same.
Hmm.
I don't know. You got any other thoughts on this?
Um, lots of models for sure. Easy models because they're ghosts.
Yeah, they're. I mean, these are all probably push fit straight out of
Yeah.
the old 2-player
Yeah.
box set. So
I wish they put another unit instead of the Grimghast just because they're also troops. I think having more elites would be nice, but it's if you're starting Night Hunt, this is a pretty good buy, I think.
yeah, they could have gone with like some Blade Revenants
Yeah. or
or the ones with two scythe hands. I can't remember what they're called, but they could have gone with those. overall, again, I think it's a pretty solid box.
Yeah.
Not sure on the rules, but I'd still say pick this up. And then we got the Orc Flamekeeper, which was part of the 2-player box set. I forgot who they were fighting. They were fighting the Daughters of Cain, right? Or Deepkin?
Oh, Deepkin. Yep.
Deepkin, okay. So he's coming out finally on his own. We got, there you go, the Deepkin guy. The Arkelian Thrall Master. Which, still not sold on his design, but whatever. Speaking of someone I'm not sold on their design, Gladrix.
Yeah, that one's a weird model. So generic. Could just be a unit leader.
Yeah. And then, of course, the best out of these, out of the 4 here, Scriptor Mortis, the tall boy. Finally coming out. I feel like he should have, he was announced so long ago. I'm surprised he's just now coming out. He wasn't part of any 2-player box set, was he?
Yeah. What's up?
He wasn't part of any 2-player box set, was he?
It was finding the Night Haunt HQ, the one that they're gonna show next.
Is fighting the Night Haunt HQ?
Yep.
Is he not Night Haunt?
Oh, sorry, excuse me, the Daughters of Cain. Daughters of Cain.
Oh, Daughters of Cain, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking Daughters of Cain was fighting Night Haunt HQ. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Alright then. So yeah, finally those 4 special characters are coming out. It's about time. Moving on to good old Warhammer. We're getting our chapter approved coming out soon.
Points online for free, hopefully soon after.
Isn't everything free in this thing?
No, missions are not free.
Missions aren't free, but the points and everything else is free.
They're free.
So I would hope that they are going to lower the price of the book, but I highly doubt that they are. I don't know why. I don't know why 40K does this when they could be doing what they're doing for AOS. I'm going to just scroll all the way back up to the very top, the very first book. Let's get the rings. This rings on the handbook is so much better than the solid hardcover book that they keep putting out there.
Yeah, I don't know why they just don't stick with that. It's so random. To like the AOS, does the AOS one have rings?
Yeah, the AOS one, the very first thing we
all
talked
have
about.
rings. This one doesn't. Like what? Why? You know, where's the consistency? It's just strange.
It's just a lot better, in my opinion, because then you can have the book down flat, easy to read, easy to look at.
Mm-hmm.
This is just, I mean, it's not bad, but for something so minute, right? Just a few mission packs and a few different scenarios. It doesn't need to be this big. It doesn't need to be. How much do they charge? 40 or 50?
Like 30, 35, almost 40, maybe 40.
Maybe 40. And I'm sure they charge the same amount for the little AOS book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather. I mean, I would want it to be cheaper. Don't get me wrong, but I'd rather get like the AOS book design than this. This I do not want, but there we go. Chapter approved, finally coming out. So this would, goddamn, has it already been 6 months since the last update?
Yep, yeah, it has.
Well, I can say that this year has gone by really fast because I can't believe it's already been 6 months since Nachman.
It's been flew by.
It did. And moving on to our next here, we got Necromunda. We got the Book of the Outlands coming out, which will have the squats and all the vehicles, I want to say, for every faction, or just the 3 factions.
It seems that it's just for these for the it might have generic vehicles for everyone. Also, knowing Necromunda, it's probably gonna have the new vehicles for all the factions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when we go to New Model Monday, I'll explain why I think that. But I think it's gonna have that, and for sure. I mean, I'm picking this up because I love this. I love this setting so much. This is Ash Waste is great. Like I actually,
You like the setting, but you just hate the vehicles.
yes, I hate the vehicles. Like I was in Joshua Tree for vacation this past weekend, and I'm like, I want more Ash. The Ash Waste hype was real, and I was there. I'm like, where's my nomads? I need to paint them.
You're
But
out
I,
there.
I, I held out for this book because I want to see what weapon options they'll have as a whole. So, because they have bare bones rules right now from the box set.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to crack this open and see what they'll have, and this is exciting. Squats or whatever, I don't care.
I agree. Moving on. We got the Cargo 8 Ridge Hauler, which is the flagship vehicle that they've been showing off everywhere.
Yeah, so it's neat that they have it.
Is the Cargo 8 a generic vehicle, or
Yeah,
is it?
this is not faction Titanium faction. I actually like take it back. I don't think you can use this as Ash Wastes. I think this is non-Ash Waste only.
That's weird.
Or maybe not. Maybe I could see them fitting it for Ash Waste. Like you can see the tribes allying with some trading posts. Maybe everyone can use it. For sure, the Necromunda gangs could use this.
All right, well there you go. There's my vehicle for my redemptionist.
There you go.
Just replace those stubbers with
Flamethrowers.
some flamethrowers.
Yeah.
Got them. Oh, look at that. Oh, those are frames. I thought that said flamer for a second.
Oh.
There we go. Got them. Got the trailer. And we got our squats, which we've seen. The OG
It's
squats.
interesting that it's pack of 8. I'm not sure if that's how many it comes with, but typically they come in squads of 10 in Necromunda, so that is kind of interesting.
Well, you know, they're it's a small faction, so you get less of them.
Right.
So you get that. Some Necromunda cards. Some tactic cards. Haven't played Necromunda enough to know what tactic cards are. I assume they're like stratagems.
They're exactly like stratagems.
Okay. So that's coming out. We got the Rugged Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus coming out. The Auric Bounty Hunters. And we got the Stormcaller, which looked okay. Moving on from that. Oh.
He's resin though, so
Oh.
sad.
Oh, that's gross. Never mind. Even less reason to pick him up.
Great.
And then we got Black Library. Plague War becoming paperback, which is good.
Esto es algo que siempre noto cuando
I was looking at the Santa Claus's resin. Santa Claus and the bug are resin. Sad face.
Sad
The
face
bug.
indeed. So we got that going. Plague War paperback. Prince Miesa. I'm not familiar with this one. Was this the one where they just released the model because of the book, or am I thinking of something else?
No, this is something else. This doesn't even have a model.
Okay.
Just the book. He used to have stories in Old World, but yeah.
Well, you know, he's still here because it's an AOS book, so he's coming back. We got Sabbath War anthology book.
Dan Abnett stuff. Good for Dan Abnett
Yep.
fans.
Follow Aldorf. Altdorf, End Times. I might pick that up.
I should read those. I mean, all the authors are good, so I should actually read the novelization of Old World.
The End Times, the only End Time book I ever read. I take it back. I read two. I read the Nagash one for obvious reasons, and I read the Chaos one, where chaos wins in the end.
Yes, that was great.
Because I just had to see how it ended, but I never read any of the other ones. So that's there. German books and Warhammer Plus. Lord Master on the Imperial Fists. Interrogator Episode 4. And How to Paint a Sons of Horus Praetor.
So I watched that AOS Hammer and Bolter. I liked it. The story was pretty funny. It was the Stormcast champion that is unorthodox, so he kind of makes jokes and stuff, and he faces against this orc tribe. It was pretty fun. I liked it.
Oh, that's good, because it was the first AOS they've done.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it quite a bit.
So promising stuff in the future.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think that's it, right? Yep, that is it for the Sunday preview. So moving on to the next thing here. Organized play. Wait, I don't know if I put that in the thing, but I did. Okay. Organized play returns. I just wanted to quickly mention this, just because I like when GW, actually does some events and interacts with the community, since they have so much bad blood sometimes. But they're coming up with Warhammer 40k, obviously. But what caught my attention was Warcry is going to be getting some organized play kits soon.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
And I'm looking forward to that, which I'll talk about in my hobby rant section, because I have some stories about that.
I do wonder how it's going to work, if it's going to be competitive or just play games and, semi-competitive.
You think there'll be a banned units?
No.
No banned units, huh?
Nope. I think it's going to be store by store, however the store usually chooses to run it.
Yeah, true. I'm thinking like LVO. Obviously, I should be thinking a lot less. GW is running these. But yep, there we go. That's coming. That's gonna be a thing. Moving on to a new era of paints. New contrast colors, shades, and the best white spray ever. And you know what? Well, it looks pretty good so far. All these paints that they're showing off, or all the models they're showing off in the new paint.
Yeah, this is cool. Okay, first off, I'm going to preface what I'm saying with, I think this is great. I think it's awesome GW's doing this. More colors are always good. But I don't see myself excited for this, just because I'm not that picky with colors most of the time. A good example is the Black Legion contrast, the one called Black Legion. Like, I don't know what the difference between that and Black Templar is. Maybe if there's a video showing me, or people did reviews and explaining how different they are, then I would be more excited. But it's like, I don't need that specific shade. Maybe at some point, I'm thinking this. Maybe at some point I'll be glad that these exist and I can pick them up. But right now, I just don't see any application of these to my current projects. But I'm glad they're there. So,
well, if I want to do yellow, it's on the table.
but the thing is, like, yellow exists already, so I wonder what the difference between Ironjaw's yellow and the current contrast yellow and Imperial Fist yellow,
Right.
So
I see what you're saying. It's the same pot, just a different name.
Right.
It's like when Microsoft sells us a new operating system. You know, it's the same thing, just different number.
That'd be funny. It was like that. But yeah, no, this is cool. The new shades are interesting. But I mean, even for me, shades, it's like I just see shades like I want a green shade, I want a red shade, I want a black shade, I want a blue shade, and like Tyran blue versus Drakenhof. Like, what's the difference? You know, I don't know. Again, maybe if I'm educated, not maybe. When I'm educated more, I'll be more excited about this. But right now, it's I don't see myself being excited for this anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy as a someone who uses Citadel. I'm happy to see these, but I mean, a lot of this paints, I'll never use.
Yeah,
I've noticed my painting style. I lean towards more blues and greens. So like a lot of these paints, never gonna use. But I'm glad the options are there. And then
right.
the white scar spray can apparently is gonna be the best white ever.
That's interesting because their whites are usually have had problems. People have problems with, so
Yep,
having
I have
a
problems with him.
yeah, there you go. Having a better white spray would be nice.
I literally just go to a friend's place and he just uh dumps paints into his spray, his air spray brush,
Airbrush,
and yeah, his airbrush. I don't know why. It was a long day today. Okay, words are hard.
no worries.
It into his airbrush and just sprays my army white. That's usually what I've been doing. So having a reliable, I'm putting that in air quotes, reliable white spray can would be nice.
Yep.
Because it would have been nice for my Thousand Suns, but whatever, it's fine. But yeah, there we go. New round of colors. Hopefully, no price increase. Because those paint pots are already expensive because
Yeah.
they're bigger than the normal paint pots.
Yep.
But I guess we'll have to wait and see. So moving on to good old 40k news here, which is also 30k news. But Kratos Battle Tank coming to 40k, which we all knew was gonna happen.
Yes.
And I remember I asked you, if this went to 40k, do you think it would be good? And you said no. I remember you saying that.
Yep.
And after looking at the rules, I agree with you. It's not that
Yeah.
good.
No invul, you get blasted in one turn. It's 40k, you know, like it's not hard to knights, like as an example, knights are kind of terrible right now because it's really easy to kill a big heavy thing. Especially if your big heavy thing has invulnerable saves. Because you're just gonna get shot to bits by the myriad of heavy weapons out there, whether it's a Tyranid, Eldar, or Tau heavy weapon, you're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Although I can see some interesting play if you just load it with Volkites, because if you have so you have the main cannon, the main Volkite, that's 8 shots that inflict 2 mortal wounds on a 6. That's pretty solid. 6 to wound, excuse me. And then you got 4. Where is it? You got 4 more Volkites. The Volkite calibers, which are 2 shots each. So it's another 8 shots that inflict 1 mortal wound on 6 to wound. And then you got the Volkite charger, which is another 2 shots. 6s are 1 mortal wound. So essentially, you have another 10 shots, but these cost 1 mortal wound on a 6 to wound. So, I mean that's the only way I can see this being used. So, actually, take it back. You add 4 more shots to that with the Culverins, because 2 heavy bolters can be calibers. Yet 2 could be Culverins. So that's 2 times 2 is 4. Then 4 times 2 is 8, 10. So 12 shots that inflict 1 mortal wound on 6 to wound, and then 8 shots that inflict 2. So it's 20 shots that can do mortal wounds. That's actually pretty neat. I mean, you're gonna die instantly, right? But that's I can see some good damage being done with that.
Yeah, well, for
That's kind of
320 points, I hope it does good stuff.
yeah, yeah. So So yeah, I mean,
So you're just gonna
this thing sucks.
going from what I'm hearing is you're just gonna Volkite it up, just go for all the
I think
mortal wounds.
if you want to use this in your Space Marine army, that's the way to go. Can I use this in Chaos, which is interesting?
Well, of course you can use it in chaos. Chaos would probably most likely would have one of these still.
Yeah, but there's no way to use it in Chaos at the moment.
Well, you just gotta wait.
Yes, hopefully they add rules to it. That'll be nice. But at the moment, only Space Marines. Not that you could buy a Kratos; it's sold out. All the 30K players buying them, like myself.
Yeah, how many did you buy?
I got 3 Kratoses because I gotta
Jesus.
go ham. 1 for my Thousand Sons, 2 for my Blood Angels.
You really were on that 30K hype.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I was saving my hobby budget, and then, bam, 30K.
All right, well, I have the Cargo 8 here, but you know what? I don't really want to talk about that.
Yeah,
So,
Ridge Hauler is cool. Yay, it exists.
yeah,
Buy it for your Necromunda stuff.
yeah, you know what? I put it in there, and you know what? I don't really talk about it because we kind of already talked about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's just go to New Model Monday, and we got a megamind. They made him. They put him in the game.
Yes, we did. It did.
Now I can see memes of him being no maidens. If you have played Elden Ring, you'll get it.
I have not played Elden Ring.
Well, see, there you go. But yeah, here we go. I always want to call them Dalek. They're what are they called?
Deluxe.
Dalek. Dalek is like a Doctor Who thing. It's a Dalek getting Psychers, which, if I recall, they're the only ones with Psychers, right?
That's not Chaos, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're right. I forgot Chaos Cultists are in there. Of the normal gangs, they're the only
Yes.
ones with it. And this isn't the only Psyker they have, right? They have others.
I think they do. I'm not 100%.
I
But
thought
I
they
was
do.
mentioning earlier how this model makes me think that we're going to see faction specific vehicles in the upcoming book, because this model is from a unit that came out with the gang book that came out in like 2019 or something, 2018, 2019. So this has had rules for 3 years,
Oh,
and it's only getting a model now. So I could definitely see them releasing rules for stuff that isn't going to necessarily be getting a model anytime soon.
yeah, I can see that. I guess this is Forge World product, so I guess that makes the most sense. If this
Yeah.
was GW and all, they kind of have their standard of, yeah, we don't release, or we don't print if we don't have a model
Yep.
kind of deal anymore.
Right, right.
Rip old dog Wart. I'll miss that guy.
Chaplain Dreadnought.
But okay, yeah, I didn't know. I did not know that this guy's been out for 3 years already.
Yeah, just no model.
Interesting. Well, I doubt you know, but off the top of your head, how many models are in the book that don't have models?
Currently, I think this is the last one, because the Goliath, because each gang is like a special model unit thing. So the Goliath one is out. The Vansar one is out. It was its spider thing. The Escher one is out. It's the cat. The Goliath was like this roid rage guy. The Coddor one was the Stig Shambler, the Mad Max guy, and the little guy on top, and the hulking brute.
Yep, I have that.
Yep, there you go. There's this guy. The Orlok one was the actually Orlok one maybe not be out yet because they have a servitor, so or maybe they do. I'm not sure. Check the Forge World site. So yeah, it's maybe this guy is the last one.
Okay.
So games, Necromunda, House Orlok.
So
Yeah, no. So yeah, this so after this guy, it's just gonna be the Orlock's gun servitor.
Okay, and then when this new book comes out, it's gonna be more stuff that you think is gonna be teased at, but with no model.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, we have a billion bounty hunters with no model, so there's a lot of bounty hunters. I think it's like 25% of bounty hunters have models.
I should probably look through my book of the what are those corn berserker guys? Slaughter the
Oh,
butchers,
the oh gosh, the corpse grinders.
corpse grinders. I have their book. I should look in there and see if there's any models
Oh, there you go.
or any units with no models. But okay, interesting. Oh, there you go. How powerful is psychic in Necromunda?
It's pretty strong.
Is it hard to do?
Others have it. Yeah, because a lot of psychic powers don't need line of sight. So you just hide behind walls and blast people with magic.
Oh, but I mean, like, is it hard to get off the magic, or is it pretty
Not
simple?
necessarily. It depends on the spell. Some of them, like the easy damage ones, not so much, but there's some really strong ones that are harder to cast and could cause perils and stuff. So
Okay then. Well, moving on from that, we go to good old Heresy Thursday.
Heresy Thursday.
Heresy Thursday. Which, we got the Mechanicum book.
Yes, finally announced. Mechanicum book. Happy me because I have Mechanicum.
I assume you have everything that's 30k.
I do not have humans, and I don't see myself doing regular humans in 30k. Maybe at some point.
Your
Maybe.
regular humans in 30k?
Yeah, I also don't have demons yet. I'm still waiting for when Bloodletters get new models, and then I'll do demons in 30k. But yeah, humans I don't because there are human rules. There's Solar Ox and Imperial Army. But I do not have those.
I didn't think
Speaking
they'd
of
be
those,
them.
actually, this article announces that the Imperial Militia, which is the Imperial Army rules, and the Demon rules are going to be coming out as PDFs. Or sorry, the Facebook post reminded us that because it's from the roadmap. That's
So I'll go to the war map or the
yeah,
roadmap right now.
yeah. There we go. So yeah, we'll be getting PDFs for humans and
Demons.
it's in July. Or sorry, did it say June or July? Let's see. Yep. Yep. At launch, it seems. Well, it didn't specify, so I'm assuming this month. But that, yeah. And Mechanicum, releasing the table of contents is good, so we can see what's
What's
coming.
gonna be in there?
Interestingly, you mentioned earlier that Games Workshop has a policy of only release rules for things that have models, and there's some units in here that don't have models yet, like the Arlatex Battle Automata does not have rules yet, or so it doesn't have a model. So that's telling me it's getting a model, which is dope because it's this giant robot with a jump pack and lightning claws. So that's pretty cool.
That that does sound pretty badass.
So yeah, I am glad that that's getting a model, and I think this will be my trader project because I want to do a new loyalist and trader army, and I am reading Blood Angels right now.
So you're
So
gonna
I
do
will,
Dark Mechanicus?
yeah, because I already have a good amount of Mechanicum that I got. I was gonna do a 40k Mechanicus army, but that kind of just died out. So I'm going to stick with Mechanicum.
Now, does Dark Mechanicum have its own special book, or is
So
it just
interesting that you mentioned that because right now Dark Mechanicum just refers to Trader Mechanicum. So in 30k you pick your side as Trader or Loyalist. So right now there's only one Mechanicum list, and you could be Loyalist or Trader. So at the moment you could only be Trader Mechanicum. Sorry, you can only be Dark Mechanicum by just being Trader Mechanicum. However, there are some rules in the 30k because reviews have gone out. There are some rules that refer to Dark Mechanicum as a faction. So I can imagine eventually they will be getting stuff which would be sick because Dark Mechanicum sounds pretty cool.
well, it'd be nice to see him. I'm sure the
Yep.
models will look nice,
Oh yeah.
especially if GW makes it, not Forge World.
Yes, not for yeah. Oh my plastic Mechanicum would be great.
It would be nice. Um. All right, and got anything else you want to add? Because that's pretty much all the Warhammer.
Yeah, I mean for news, that's what we're getting. Oh, talking about the roadmap some more. So after Mechanicum, we're going to be getting the Liber Imperium book, which I believe is going to have Custodes and Solar Aux and Knights. And after that, we pretty much will have rules for everything. So by October, we'll have rules for everything that had rules at 1.0, and then after that, so it's going to be new stuff. So 3 months, 4 months of catch up, not bad.
All right, that's good. I mean, at least everything's coming out fast. Let's see. Is there anything else? Can you think of anything else Warhammer related?
Nah, I think that's kind of it.
Okay then. Well, I can think of one thing. I don't know if you watched the Snooze Fest or the mid game awards, or not awards, showcase.
No.
Yeah. So it was really boring and bad. But Jeff Keighley, he made his money and went away. But we did get some actual gameplay footage of Darktide. I don't know if you saw that
I
or
heard
not.
about that. Yeah. I did see it actually. Pretty hype.
I agree. It's very hype. So, it looks, it looks like Vermintide.
Yeah, 40K Vermintide, which what else can we ask for?
What else can we ask for? We can ask that it does not suck. That's what we can ask for. We just want it to be good. Keep it tight. Keep it good. It's already gotten delayed once. So, we just pray. Pray and hope. Other than that, I think there was more Space Marine 2, but I don't think they really showed anything new. I think they just kind of talked about it. Again, it was really boring. Not gonna lie, it was super boring. But yeah, that is it. I have no more Warhammer news, unless you got something else.
No, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, that is it for Warhammer. So, I know you posted something else. You posted in our news section here Star Wars Legion.
Yes, AMG had their Warhammer Fest equivalent. Although it was interesting, and because they canceled the stream because some of the people got COVID, so they got sick days. So they just revealed the models, and I'm like, this is great. I don't care about streams. I mean, sucks for the people who wanted streams, and I'm sure some of the people who were gonna give a stream wanted to do that. But for me, it's like, yeah, this is great. Show me the models. Cool. Give me an article.
Yeah,
Done.
show me the models. Cut the filler out.
Yep.
I disagree with some of it. I'm as much as I like to dunk on the two gentlemen who do the Warhammer stuff. Having a hype man hype stuff up is good, but just don't drag through it. Okay?
Yeah.
Give me like 30 seconds to a minute of hype. Show me the stuff and talk about it. Talk like what these phase 2 clone troopers do and how they're different from just a normal clone trooper, right? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I agree. I think streams are definitely useful if there's solid information that tells us something. And not just like, these are so cool. Oh my gosh, it comes with Anakin and it comes with new command cards. and you get 3 units of ARC troopers. Like I could get all of that in the box, by reading the box. So, but explaining like, oh, this command card lets you activate 2 units in order. That okay, that's new information, right? That's cool. I can't see that from the article or the stream. And explain like, okay, this will be good to pair with Obi-Wan maybe because he gets this bonus. Okay, but yeah, these boxes, they're essentially start collectings for Legion. So let's look at the Empire one because I know you play Empire. So these are all priced at 150. And initially I thought that's kind of steep because you get 4 units, and I realized, wait a second. You don't get Vader, Squad of Storm Snowtroopers, an ATST, and bikes. No, no, no. You get 3 units of Snowtroopers and 2 units of bikes. And it's like, it's a lot of models actually in one box. Like the droid one, you get 4 squads of battle droids and 2 squads of destroyers, and then you got some other units. Wow, it's a lot of models in here.
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out because I totally glossed over that.
Yeah, me too. For a while, I was like, wow, this you just get this, okay.
Yeah, when you
But
said
yeah,
it was $150, I'm like, I mean, these aren't GW sculpts. And yeah, I
yeah,
would even question GW if they did something like this, but now that I'm seeing you get 4 units of like rebels, 2
yeah,
Tauntaun riders, okay, them. I feel more at ease here.
yeah. You get 3 squads of ARC troopers. Yeah. Although it's interesting because Legion is a competitive game, and units are definitely judged by their rules compared to more so than 40k because it's mostly a competitive game. And like it's funny because the Republic one, every like okay, let's look at the Empire one. Bikes are solid. ATSTs is solid with the right build. Snowtroopers with Vader, they're pretty good because Vader is the command card, lets him move twice, and you got Vader in it. Vader is super good. Great box. You got a really good, super good commander, solid units. All right, maybe not the most efficient, but I'm sure the command cards in the box and the unique force orgs, because actually all these, before I continue, all these boxes are specific formations that give you benefits. But maybe that'll push it. But the Republic one is funny because everything but Anakin. So Anakin's okay. He's in some good lists, but overall he's okay. He's not terrible. He's not. And I would even say he's good. I think he's good. But everything else is garbage. And I don't mean just like they're okay. They're like bad. Like ARC troopers are terrible. Phase twos are terrible. ATRT is terrible. So, and I play this army, so I know these guys are trash. So I am curious how this kind of for box set with the new rules and the new cards will make them good. Because right now they're just overcosted, don't do much. They don't have much defensive capacity compared to units that cost cheaper. So yeah, I am. It is kind of funny looking at that. Like the Rebel one too. Rebel veterans, not the best. Tauntauns had their day in the sun. They're whatever now. Same for the FD laser team. So I really am curious to see how the rules are gonna make these units good. Because at face value right now, like again, Republic one terrible. Droid one's pretty good. There's actually some good units. Maybe not the destroyer droids, but everything else is damn good. Empire, like I said, lots of solid units there. Really good commander.
Yeah, well, I wish they released this earlier because I definitely would have picked this up since it has snowtroopers in
Yeah,
it.
that's a lot. I've heard that a lot of this. This is something that should have come out early on, but I mean, it's for new people and people who don't have this. Like, I can see myself, if I really wanted to play Legion and I didn't care about the mercenaries, like the Rebel one's cool. It's units I don't have. I don't have Tauntauns. I don't have Rebel veterans. I don't have Chewbacca. I don't have laser cannon team. Clone one I have these units, so don't need that. Same for droids.
My question to you: is
Hmm.
there a limit on units?
What do you mean?
Like, can I 40k, for example, rules of 3?
Oh, no, there is none. You could have 4 units of snowtroopers if you want.
So 5 units of snowtroopers. Here I come.
Yep, that's possible because you could have 6 core.
And I don't have Vader, so
Oh, you
the
don't.
the only thing in this Imperial thing I have is snowtroopers. I thought
okay.
no, because the one game that we played, what was his name? General Veers.
Yeah.
I picked him up.
Oh, okay.
Do I have Vader? I don't. I'm pretty sure I don't have Vader. But if I do, then what's one more model? What's one more Vader?
Right.
But yeah, I think I could see myself picking this up. And they're so easy to paint. That's what
Yes.
that's what I like about Star Wars Legion. They're so easy to paint.
Yeah, Star Wars paint schemes are stupid easy. Battle droids, oh gosh, just wash it, paint it brown, dry brush bone, you're done. Paint the gun black, literally done.
Mm.
And it looks cool because that's what they look like in the movies. Stormtroopers paint white, paint gun black, paint slits and arm joints, which, if you contrast well, you don't even need to because they have pulls in those spots. You're done.
Yep. Yep. But we also have other models here that you showed
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, now
So
mercenary stuff.
got these swoop bike riders.
Yeah, these are melee bikers because the guy in the picture, or actually the left model, has a melee weapon. So I am curious how that's gonna work.
These
'Cause
look familiar, but I can't place my finger on them. Where did these things come from?
they might be from Book of Boba Fett, I'm sure, and they're in either Book of Boba or Mandalorian.
Okay, then never mind. I've never seen these guys. I thought they were in one of like the animated series, but
Maybe that's possible. Actually, there's so much stuff in Clone Wars and Rebels that it's very possible that these guys are from there as well.
made an appearance.
Yep.
Okay, and then we got the 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 IG series and androids.
Yep. So we got some IG assassin units. So this is cool actually. I wonder if they're a unit or if they're solos, or maybe it's like you get two solos for the price of one kind of thing. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, also stupid easy to paint. Like
It's just a metal boy.
a metal boy.
It's basically painting a Necron.
Yeah, oh yeah, there you go.
And yeah,
Yes, these
that's
are cool. Only point of lameness is these are not out for a few months. So the battle forces are coming. Actually, didn't say that when the battle forces are coming, but like the swoop bikes are coming in I think in August, and the IGs are coming in October. It's a while from now.
yeah, that's a long time.
So,
Hopefully they
but
don't get the Yoda treatment.
oh my gosh, yes, I still have Yoda on my desk. Have yet to paint him, but yes, because Republic is terrible right now in the game. But yeah, no, that's very true.
Hmm. Oh, okay then. Well, you got any other tabletop news you want to talk about before we head
Uh,
off to hobby rants?
yeah, that's it. That is it.
All right then. Let's proceed to our hobby rants. Start with you. What have you been up to?
Just hobbying. Didn't really get any gaming last week because I was out of town. But painted. Just finished Leviathan Dreadnought for 30K. Well, I just need to do the transfers, and then he's kind of done. So there's that. They're painting some more Conquest. So we're 30K is out this weekend. So we're my gaming group. We're gonna meet up and kind of learn the rules as because it's officially out, so we could play the game officially and not just use leaks. So yeah, that's the this 30K and Conquest. It's
Nice.
nice too because the Conquest is dark fantasy and 30K is 30K. So the models are very different. So it is refreshing to switch it on from painting the models.
But you tell me you don't like to play. You don't want to paint 30K Space Marines and then paint 40K Space Marines.
My gosh, that sounds terrible. Because I could be painting more 30K Space Marines. It's not even like a burnt out thing. It's like I could just paint more 30K Marines. You know?
Good, yeah.
What about you?
Um, well, in terms of gaming, I actually got some games in,
Oh, nice.
and do a little callback. We played specialist games last Wednesday.
Oh,
Yeah, and not just one. We played two.
oh,
So one of our friends has never played Warcry, so they wanted to try out Warcry. So we did a couple games of Warcry, and then we played a couple games of Kill Team.
Oh, nice.
So, again, I mean, what took the longest was trying to remember all the rules and reading through the rules. But, I mean, we were able to get sorry, not. That's too much. We were able to get like 4 games in three or 4 hours that we played.
Mm-hmm.
Fun, fast stuff. Again, probably could have been a lot shorter, but no one knew the rules, so we kind of had to keep reading the rules and making sure that we were doing stuff right.
Right. It's always the case when you're playing a game after a while or learning a new game.
Yeah, so it was fun. It was fun to play that, not have to think too hard, even though those games really rely on you positioning well. Because one poor position that could lose you a man right there.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah, but that was fun. It was good. It was good to get away from the big mass army that I like. Other than that, my work schedule has finally finalized, so now I'll it's set. I'll be able to hobby more now.
Nice.
And I feel bad because I look in my corner and I see my hobby of shame, and I'm thinking, you know what? Once a week, I will get one project painted. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna start with, but next week you guys will see what I worked on.
Sweet.
And have it painted up. So my hobby of shame can be a hobby of pride and shame.
It's always the case, right?
Hey man, I've been well, okay? I haven't bought any Warhammer. I bought a War Machine model, which is, sitting right here waiting for me to paint it still. But I've done well. I haven't bought any models. And I feel really proud of myself. Sorsha and the Avatar were the last 2 models I bought. And at least I painted the Avatar.
I'm like the opposite. I'm just buying 30K models. Actually, no, I haven't really. I bought the big box and all that, but I just been working on my backlog. Like the last 3 units for 30K, not even last 3. Like actually, every unit I painted for 30K in the past month or so has been stuff I already had. So it's going through that backlog.
Yeah, I don't envy your workload. If what you told me is true, that you bought 3 boxes of 30K, yeah, that's a lot of models to go through.
I mean, it's. I'm for sure working on a box. The others are like future proofing. So, for example, the Spartan, I'm gonna wait until there's some STL files to print a Typhon and a Cerberus tank. So I'll just do that. And the 80 other Marines, I think they're just gonna be bodies for special units. Like I got some destroyers and angels tears for my blood angels that I could use to convert those models. So it's more like the thing with 30K. It's just like you just have a stock of models you could eventually use for something because 30K it's marine with different war gear, right?
It's like with my
Yeah.
Eldar.
What's up?
It's like with my Eldar, I just choose to buy just like all the Eldar. I'm like, one day I'll use you, but now I have you.
Right, exactly.
And I've never used those models. But yeah, so looking forward to that. In terms of gaming, I think I'm just gonna play 40K this week.
Okay.
Just because I know Travis hasn't played too much since he's been busy with work, and he's finally returned.
Yay.
Yeah. Oh, LVO 2023
Yes.
has gone on sale. I think I'm gonna go. I'm hoping to stay through the 3 days. I obviously with work, I don't know, but I'm hoping 3 days I'll be there. I don't know. I know you're not too much of a convention guy, but you think you're gonna go this year or no?
I actually got my tickets already.
Oh, you're actually going.
For Horus Heresy. Big surprise. Yeah, I got the day that I got the con pass, and I got the day, the 3-day 30K event pack. So
3 day 30K event, huh?
yep.
What does that entail?
It's actually more 2.5. So the first two, it's a narrative. It's like a narrative event. So I actually haven't read the player pack yet. I don't think it exists yet, but it's gonna be a narrative event. I'm bring my planning to bring my blood angels. Or
Nice.
mechanically blood angels, because I really love my Sanguinius model. I want to bring that. And so that's a 2-day event, and then the third day is going to be a mega battle and an open gaming. Um, so I'm not sure yet. I mean, it would be nice to play at the big battle, but I'm not the biggest fan of giant battles where there's like 20 people or 10 people playing. So we'll see.
Oh yeah,
But
no,
I'll be there.
those are too chaotic.
Yeah.
I remember back when we used to play at the old GW, and they'd put the 3 tables together and they do a big giant battle. Yeah, that was fun when I was like really little, but now it's like this is too much of a headache. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I don't want to be screaming over 5 other people trying to hit this one guy's unit who's also being shot by 2 other players. It's just like, yeah, no, thank you. But yeah, that's cool. Obviously, I'm gonna do the championship because I'm a champ. I'm gonna make it to the top this year.
There you go.
But in case I don't make it to the top, I'm planning to also do doubles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna bring to the doubles, but I plan on doing that because I always have fun. My old partner, on the other hand, never had fun. Because you gotta know with me. I don't know why, but I go on a curve here, alright? My first turn is always bad. And then when turn 2 starts, my curve of good luck starts going up. And then by turn 5, my curve goes back down because
there you go.
It's the end of the game. So you just gotta, that's just a little warning if you ever play with me on your team. You gotta deal with my bad luck turn 1. Nothing ever goes well turn 1. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. There's also, I know Travis was talking about this. Didn't really interest me, but there's also what was it called? LVO team game going on.
Oh yeah, where you form a team.
Yeah, when you form a team. When I first heard that, I'm like, oh, so it's like the doubles thing, and no, it's not. So it's basically like a sports team, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a leader, and then you got your crew, and you'd be like, all right, you are gonna go face this guy on this team. Hopefully you win or whatever, because your army's strong against his army, kind of deal. So that one didn't sound too interesting to me, but I know some people in my group that they're interested in doing that. Probably won't do it though.
Right.
Other than that, I don't have much else. What about you? Anything else you want to talk about before we sign off?
I think that's it. 30K at lunch this weekend. It's gonna be great.
All right then. I'd like to thank everyone who made it to the end. Remember, leave a like, comment, subscribe, help us out, and we'll see you all next time.
Later, everyone.